Hello, this is a continuation from the previous video wherein I talk about making some changes to the UI. And this time, what I focus on is mainly modularity of the elements in the UI so I can create scenes and edit them much faster and more efficiently because everything is more modular in Rive here. And the way I did that is by using a feature in Rive called components. And so in components, what it basically is that you create your own artboard. Here, let me give you an example. Like this. And you put whatever you want in this artboard. It's kind of like a canvas. Elements, pictures, text. Just like these. And then you click on this on the right side called create component. And then now whatever this artboard is, you can go ahead and rename it graphics. You can reuse this here in the assets, as you can see. Drag and drop it on another component, on another artboard, and there you go, it's reusable. And once you make changes on whatever you made, it applies to any instance, or rather, yeah, any times you place it anywhere else. So as you can see, everything here that's colored violet text, those are components I've made for our UI. Now you can tell these are individual elements. So what I had to do was take from what we had originally, then place them on their own little box, their own little artboard, so that they may be components. So I've also included some of the older versions, and you'll know why I did that because most of these don't have outlines now. That is part of what we're going to be doing next. Only things that are interactable. So they're much simpler now, and I have not finished the crew members. This is mostly on modularity and the outlines of the systems. So what it is that I've taken our scenes here, and then I've separated the elements from them. So as you can see, let's click on this and then look at the hierarchy on the left side. So these are the components that I've placed. Now they're much easier to read and much simpler, and once a change is made to the original component, then it applies to all other instances. I've done it for all the elements here in the scenes. And as you can notice, I've also included the other scenes. So they're all now in one main tab, because the way components work is that they only work on the same project tab you have open. So I had to put everything here and organize them. Rewards, main scenes, cargoes, dialogue, node map, they're all in here. Everything I've worked on. And they're all organized. I had to do that as well, so we don't get lost in our own canvas here. So as you can see, everything is easier to read now. And that's for the modularity and everything. So that's what I've been doing for this time, and I think this is a good time to talk about the next steps. Since everything is more modular now, this gives us an opportunity to work on the next tasks, like the UI for the character tab over here. This one, kind of rework it so it fits along with the shop here, if ever. Then the different kinds of merchants, and yeah, some other rules that we have here. Yeah, everything is in here. So that's the criteria, the requirements for it. Other references. And so here's some of the other feedback we got from the previous video. We also need to think about the upgrade system for the ship, so that's also part of the next task here, written here in the mirror board. Yeah, this is what I did for today, which is making the components. And yeah, I didn't go too detailed with them because of course we're going to be putting them on the UI here will be remade into our game engine on Unreal, so it's better if we just make it enough so that we don't have to think about it too much. Let's see what else. Yeah, the leveling and everything, I think this should be discussed for next time. What else? Current state, that's for discussion next time. This part, what I mean is that the scaling, see, I talk about the scaling here. Scaling like this. What I mean by this is that in Rive, it's the same as Unreal Engine, where you can take an element, and when you see these corners in the boxes, you can just move them however big you want, like this, like this. It doesn't matter what element is inside. It just follows whatever you say the scale should be. So because I can make it smaller or bigger, as you can see on the right side here, what happens is anything inside that doesn't get followed. Any rules you put inside, like the text, the font is this size, that this image is that width, it will just override because you've scaled it differently. So I have to rework some of the elements so that they all have the same font size, have the same slot size, so they're all consistent throughout the UI. So that's what I meant. So that's one of the things I need to work on. So the rest of them, we're good to go. Just need to continue on the UI. But yeah, that should be my update video for today. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.